Hi guys! Today I would like to talk about prime lenses that all have same aperture 1.8, because sometimes it's really hard to decide which exactly focal length you want to have. I have three different lenses today. All of them has exactly same aperture 1.8, but all of them have different focal length: 35mm, 50mm and 85. I'm gonna take portraits with all three of them, and this way you guys can see it, which one is more suitable for you. So one more time, they have three different price range as well. All I'm going to take on a new camera, EOS R. This is a full frame. I'm gonna take some pictures with the crop sensor as well. This way you're going to have a feeling of what you're going to expect. All three shots I'm going to make from exactly same spot. This way you're going to see what's the difference gonna look like. Let's go. So the first one I'm taking with the 85mm. In all three lenses I'm going to be keeping exactly 1.8, and I'm going to take a shot with the 1/250 seconds with the 50mm. And one more time with the 35mm. As you see, if you taken the pictures from the same spot, then of course when you take picture on the 35mm it doesn't look as good. So what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try the best picture with each lens as possible, but I'm going to be changing the distance between me and subject who I'm taking pictures of. Okay, the next step, I'm going to take the pictures with all those three lenses on a crop sensor. Crop sensor, what it's gonna do, it's going to change the focal length of your lens. So for example, if the crop sensor factor is 1.7, you pretty much need to multiply number of the lens, like for example 35, multiplying on a 1.7, and you will know what kind of length it's going to be. So your 35mm lens is going to be probably almost like 50 going to be almost like 85, and 85 is almost going to be like 120. So this need to keep in mind on what kind of sensor lens you take in the pictures. Another good thing what I really like about this camera EOS R, that you can change the sensor from the full to the crop. Especially for this situation, it's amazing. You might ask, why in the world I want to shoot on a crop sensors? For example, if you're shooting the sport photography or birds or animals or anything in the nature, you would like to get as close as possible to your subject. This way, if you're going to use, like for example 300mm lens with a crop sensor, you're going to be get almost 500. Okay, 85mm. Can you turn towards me please? 85mm on a crop sensor. Same spot, crop sensor, 50mm. Same spot, 35mm on a crop sensor. That's a crop. Really quick, I'm going to change back to full. So you see how much room we getting right there. Thank you so much. You can go inside. Okay, now it's the right question for you, which lens you should buy. For me personally, I like all three of them, because sometimes if you working with your subject really close, there is no room for that 85mm lens. But if I have a room to work around, I'm always going to prefer 85mm. Right now, at this moment, this is my most favorite portrait lenses. If we're going outside, if you're taking pictures somewhere outside, I always take this one with me. The price range is amazing. It's only $300 right now, so you can't beat this price. It doesn't have image stabilization, so keep this in mind. So it's not going to be good for videography, but this is going to be amazing for photography. If you're low on a budget but you want to start somewhere with the portrait photographies, I'm recommending you get this 50mm. They call it 50 nifty. It gave you this really nice shallow depth of field. I'm going to provide the links for all of those lenses so you can check it out, but Amazon around the Christmas you can easily buy this lens for $100-120 bucks. Most expensive out of all of those three, this is new R lens. It came specifically for the EOS R cameras, but also I'm going to leave the link for EF series as well. This way you can get it. This one it's probably most expensive out of those three, but this one going to give you this nice macro photography ability, and if you doesn't have enough room to walk away from your subjects, 35, that's your friend. There is absolutely time and place for each of those lenses. Which one is right for you? You will need to decide. If you know it already, write down in the comments. I would like to know what is your choice of preference. But for today, bye bye.